Welcome, dear listener. You are safe now. You are warm. Wrapped in comfort, your body can rest, and your mind can wander freely. Take a slow, easy breath in, and softly release it. Tonight, we begin a journey into wonder, into curiosity, into dreams. It is not a hurried journey. It is not a sharp or sudden tale. It is a story told slowly, like a river that moves at its own pace. And as the words flow, you will drift from thought to thought, from waking into sleep. A summer afternoon the story begins. On a soft, golden afternoon, the air is warm, not too warm, but just enough to make the world feel drowsy. The tall grass sways gently, the leaves whisper softly, and the hum of summer fills the air. Alice, a little girl with bright eyes and endless imagination, sits beside her sister. Her sister is reading a book with no pictures, no conversations, only words, page after page. Alice leans over her sister's shoulder, just for a moment, and sees the page. So many words, so many lines, but no images, no voices to follow, no adventures to imagine. She wonders, softly, sleepily, what is the use of a book without pictures, without conversations? Her sister turns another page. Alice sighs and lets her gaze wander. The clouds above drift slowly, like sails upon a quiet sea. The air is so still, so heavy with peace, that Alice feels herself begin to yawn. Her body relaxes, her arms rest gently at her sides, her eyes half close. The summer afternoon feels endless, safe, dreamlike, the first signs of curiosity. But then, something unusual stirs. Alice blinks. She sits a little straighter. There, across the grass, moving quickly, yet gracefully, is a rabbit. Not just any rabbit, but a white rabbit, its fur bright as snow, its eyes a curious shade of pink. Alice tilts her head. Rabbits are not unusual in the fields, but this one is different, so very different. For this rabbit wears a waistcoat, a neat, tidy little waistcoat, and from its pocket it draws a watch. Alice's mouth falls slightly open. A rabbit with a watch, a rabbit who checks the time, and as if to deepen the mystery, the rabbit speaks. Oh dear, I shall be late," he murmurs to himself, his voice quick, hurried. As he scurries across the meadow, Alice blinks again. She rubs her eyes. Surely she must be dreaming. But no, the rabbit continues on, ears flicking, eyes shining, waistcoat buttoned neatly. Curiosity awakened Solace feels a flutter inside her chest, a spark of excitement, a tug of curiosity. The drowsy afternoon is forgotten, her boredom vanishes. Her mind is wide awake now, without a second thought. Alice rises to her feet. She smooths her dress, brushes the grass from her skirt, and begins to follow. Her sister calls softly after her, but Alice hardly notices. Her steps are light, her eyes fixed on the rabbit. She moves quickly, but quietly, as though she is part of a dream herself. The rabbit is fast. His pace quickens, hopping, darting, always just ahead. Alice's heart beats faster, not with fear, but with wonder. What is this rabbit? Where is he going? Why is he late? And so she runs, across the green field, through the tall grass, her footsteps soft and hurried. Toward the rabbit hole, the meadow begins to change. The grass grows thicker. The ground dips lower. Ahead, beneath the shade of a hedge, there is an opening dot. Alice slows, tilting her head. It is wide, dark, mysterious. And then she sees the rabbit. The white rabbit slips inside and vanishes. Alice gasps softly. A rabbit hole. That is where he has gone. She hesitates only for a breath. Her curiosity is stronger than any caution, and so, without a single thought of how she might return, Alice bends low and slips inside. The long descent begins at first. The tunnel is narrow. Alice crawls forward, the cool earth brushing against her hands, the scent of soil, the faint tickle of roots and stones, all around her. But then, quite suddenly, the ground gives way, and Alice is falling slowly, falling gently, falling down and down and down. The world turns dreamlike. The air feels soft, the fall feels endless, and Alice realizes she is not afraid. Floating downward, the sides of the well glide past her, but they are not plain, not empty. There are cupboards and shelves. Books line the walls. Maps hang loosely, fluttering in the air. Pictures drift by, like leaves caught in a breeze. Alice's dress billows softly around her. Her hair floats upward, as though she were drifting underwater. She reaches out and takes a jar from one of the shelves. It is smooth, cool glass, with a label that reads, "Orange Marmalade." Alice peeks inside. Empty, quite empty. She frowns, just a little, but then smiles, and with care, gentle care, she slides the jar back into a cupboard, for she does not wish to hurt any Ono, maybe below. And so she continues to fall, longer and longer, slower and slower. The descent feels endless, timeless, peaceful. A dreamlike Alice tilts her head back, watching the shelves, the cupboards. The maps pass slowly by. She wonders, in the quiet of her mind, how brave she is, how curious this all feels. It is not like tumbling down the stairs. It is not like the ordinary bumps and falls of everyday life. This is something else, something dreamlike, something otherworldly. Her thoughts wander, softly, calmly, gently. She feels as though she has been falling for hours, and still, she drifts downward. Safe, weightless.com. Alice drifts downward, down and down and down. The fall is not sudden. The fall is not sharp. It is slow, gentle, like drifting through a cloud. Time itself seems to stretch. Seconds feel like minutes. Minutes feel like hours. And yet, there is no fear. Alice breathes softly. Her hands rest at her sides. Her eyes blink slowly, taking in the curious sights around her. The walls of the well move past, but always, there is something new to see. Strange shelves and cupboards here. A cupboard. Door hangs open. Inside, a small tea set rests, its cups rattling softly as if stirred by an invisible hand. There, a row of books. Their spines are faded. One book opens itself, its pages fluttering like the wings of a bird, and farther still, a painting slides past, a painting of a faraway land, with mountains high and rivers wide, and skies so deep they seem to stretch forever. Alice blinks. Each object she passes seems stranger and more wonderful than the last, and still, she falls. Calmly, endlessly, thoughts of home. As she drifts, Alice begins to wonder, what would her cat Dinah think of all this? Would Dinah chase the rabbit too? Would Dinah enjoy the cupboards, the fluttering books, the endless fall? Alice smiles softly. Perhaps, she thinks, if Dinah were here, the rabbit might be even more hurried. Her thoughts wander lazily, from Dinah to tea, to the warm sunlit meadow she left behind. The memory of the meadow is hazy now, soft, like a fading dream. The sound of her sisters turning pajuices far away, so very far away. The endless drift down she goes. Further still, the air is quiet, so quiet, that Alice hears her own breathing. Soft, steady, like the rhythm of sleep. The cupboards fade, the shelves become fewer, the walls of the well grow darker, smoother. Still, she falls, not fast, not frightening, but like a feather drifting on a breeze. Alice stretches her arms wide. The air feels cool against her skin. Her dress floats gently around her. She feels weightless, almost as though she were dreaming. Gentle wonderings how long Alice wonders, have I been falling? She tilts her head. She tries to measure the time. She counts softly to herself. 1, 2, 3. But the numbers lose their meaning. Her voice grows quiet. Her counting fades into silence. Perhaps she thinks she has been falling for hours. Perhaps she thinks she will be falling forever. And yet, she feels calm. She feels safe, as though the world itself is holding her gently. The curious maps. Another map drifts into view. This one hangs loosely on the wall. Alice studies it. The lines twist and curl. They are rivers. They are roads. They are paths that led everywhere and nowhere. She wonders if one of those paths might lead back home. She wonders if one of those rivers might carry her to the rabbit. The map drifts away. Another takes its place, and then another. Each one stranger than the last. One map is upside down. One is written in letters Alice does not know. One glows softly, as if lit from within. Alice's eyes grow wide, but then soften again. For each new wonder feels like part of a dream. The floating pictures soon. She sees pictures, small frames, sliding gently past. One shows a child at play. Another shows a ship at sea. Another a clock without hands, its face blank and endless. Alice tilts her head, her hair floating upward. She feels as though pictures are watching her, guiding her downward, softly, silently. The empty jar returns. She sees another jar. It is just like the first. Glass, smooth, cool. But this one has no label. She takes it carefully. She peers inside. Empty again. Alice sighs softly. She wonders why the jars are empty. Perhaps they are waiting to be filled, and so, as before, she replaces the jar gently. No need to let it fall. No need to let it break. Her heart feels lighter. Her hands fold neatly in her lap, and she continues to drift downward. The endless calm. By now, Alice is almost certain. This fall has no end. This dream has no bottom, and yet, she feels no fear. Her curiosity is stronger than any worry. She thinks, perhaps when she lands, she will find the rabbit again. Perhaps the rabbit is waiting, watch in hand, ready to run once more. Her eyelids flutter, her thoughts grow slow. The air is so soft. The fall is so quiet. Alice begins to yawn. She curls slightly, as though preparing for sleep, and still, she falls, gently, endlessly. A pause in the journey. Time drifts onward. Alice drifts downward. Alice drifts downward. And you, dear listener, drift with her. The story does not hurry. The fall does not rush. Everything is slow. Everything is calm. The cupboards fade away. The maps dissolve into shadow. The pictures melt into air. There is only Alice and the endless gentle descent. Her body relaxes. Her breathing slows. Her mind wanders softly from thought to dream. Alice continues to fall, falling slowly, drifting gently through endless silence. And then a change. Softly, quietly, a glow appears below. At first it is faint, like a candle in the distance. But little by little, the glow grows brighter, warmer, softer. Alice blinks her heavy eyes. She straightens just a little, her heart lifting with curiosity. The endless darkness is no longer endless. The journey has a destination. The gentle descent. Her fall grows slower, slower still. The air feels thick, like a pillow of clouds. She drifts downward, her dress floating like a parachute. The cupboards have vanished. The shelves are gone. The maps and pictures are nowhere to be seen. Only light remains, soft golden light, glowing, shimmering, guiding her gently. Alice stretches her arms and feels as though air itself carries her, landing in silence. And then, with a touch as soft as a sigh, Alice lands. Her feet find the ground, not hard ground, but soft, mossy, cool. Beneath her shoes, the air smells fresh, like flowers after rain. The silence is deep. but it is a gentle silence, the kind of silence he thought wraps around you like a blanket. Alice stands very still, her hands folded at her waist, her eyes wide with wonder. She has arrived somewhere new, somewhere beautiful. The dreaming garden before her, a garden spreads wide. The grass glows faintly, like emerald silk in moonlight. The flowers, oh, the flowers, they shimmer with color. Some are deep blue, glowing softly. Some are silver white, their petals reflecting the light. Some are golden, and they bend slowly, as though nodding in greeting. Alice gasps softly. She has never seen flowers like these, flowers that glow, flowers that seem alive. And as she listens, she hears them whisper, very faintly, as though each blossom has a voice of its own. The garden hums. Not loudly, not sharply, but softly, like a lullaby carried on the air. Trees of lightless steps forward. Her shoes sink gently into the moss. She looks up. The trees are tall, taller than any she has ever seen. Their trunks glow faintly, their branches reaching wide. Instead of leaves, their branches are hung with tiny lights. They look like stars, 1,000 stars dangling just above her head. Alice smiles, her mouth forming a soft O. The beauty of the place fills her chest with wonder. She reaches out, her fingers brushing the air. One light flickers gently. It feels warm, like the glow of a candle. The rabbits, trace. Alice looks around. Where is the rabbit? Surely this is where he has gone. She listens. The garden is quiet, so quiet, but then a sound. Faint, far away. The soft patter of paws, the quick rustle of grass. Alice's heart stirs. The rabbit is still ahead, always just ahead, always leading her deeper, a gentle path she follows. Her steps are slow, the moss cushions her feet. The flowers nod softly as she passes. The trees watch from above, their starry lights swaying gently. The path is winding, curved like a river. It guides her deeper into the garden. Alice breathes deeply. The air is sweet, so sweet, so sweet. She feels as though each breath makes her lighter sleep, i.e. calmer. Her eyes grow heavy again, but her curious sight is her, moving forward. The whispering flowers at last. Alice pauses. She bends toward a blossom. It is silver white, its petals wide, its glow soft, and then it speaks, not in words, but in a sound, a hum, a gentle, lilting hum. Alice tilts her head. The hum is soothing. It feels like a song without words, a song meant for rest. Another flower joins in, and another, until the whole garden hums low, soft, peaceful. Alice closes her eyes for a moment. The sound wraps around her. The hum settles into her chest. It feels like a lullaby meant only for her. Wonder, without fearless, opens her eyes. Again, the garden glows. The flowers hum. The trees shine. Everything is beautiful. Everything is calm. Nothing is frightening. She realizes, this is not an ordinary place. This is a place of dreams, a place of wonder, and she is not afraid. Restful curiosity. Alice continues down the path. Her pace is slow, unhurried. She feels safe. Here, she feels at home, as though she belongs in this dreamlike garden. Her mind is still curious, but her body is heavy. Her steps are small. Her arms sway gently at her sides. The glow of the flowers, the hum of their voices, the warm lights in the trees, all of it lulls her deeper, deeper into rest. The garden's heartless walks slowly, so slowly. Through the glowing garden, the flowers hum softly. The trees sway above. The moss beneath her feet is cool and gentle. The air is warm, but not heavy. It carries the sweetness of blossoms. It carries the stillness of night. Alice's eyes shine with wonder. Her body feels lighter, her thoughts quieter. The garden feels endless. A dream without walls. A place where time does not matter. A gentle breeze for the first time. Alice feels a breeze. It brushes her cheeks. lifts her hair, and carries with Ita sound. Not a voice, not a hum, but the soft murmur of moving water. Alice tilts her head. She listens. Yes, it is a river flowing somewhere ahead. Her heart stirs again. The rabbit must be near, always waiting just beyond. Following the sound, the path curves gently. The hum of flowers fits into the distance. The glow of the trees grows softer, and ahead, the murmur of water grows louder. Alice steps carefully. Her feet sink into moss. Her hands brush the petals off tall glowing blossoms. Each step feels slower. Each breath feels deeper, as though the garden itself is guiding her to rest. The river appears at last. The trees part, and before Alice, a river flows. Its waters are silver. They glow in the dim light. The surface ripples softly, not rushing, not hurrying, just flowing at its own gentle pace. Alice stands at the bank. She gazes across. The river stretches wide, its far shore, hidden in mist. Above, the sky is filled with stars, not ordinary stars, but lights that sway, like lanterns hung across the heavens. A boat of dreams. Alice looks to the water's edge, and there, as if waiting only for her, is a boat that is small, simple, shaped of wood, but glowing faintly, as though carved from moonlight itself. The boat drifts gently against the mossy shore. It rocks slowly, inviting her inside. Alice hesitates only a moment. Then, softly, she steps in. The boat holds her weight as though it was made for her. It glides forward, silent, peaceful, drifting on the river. The current carries her, not quickly, not far, but slowly, dreamily, like being cradled in the arms of the night. Alice lies back. The wood beneath Harry's warm, smooth, safe. She looks upward. The stars sway above. They twinkle gently. Some drift lower, as though peeking at her. The sky feels alive. The stars seem closer than they ever have before. Alice sighs softly. Her body melts into stillness. Her eyelids grow heavy again. The river's song. As the boat drifts, the river sings. Not loudly, not sharply, but softly, like a lullaby without words. The ripples lap gently against the boat. The sound repeats over and over, like breathing, like sleep. Alice listens. Her chest rises and falls in the same rhythm. Her breath matches the water. She feels herself becoming part of the river's song. Thoughts fading. Alice tries to think of the rabbit. Where is he now? Is he ahead on the riverbank? Is he still late? But the questions fade quickly. Her mind drifts. Her thoughts grow soft. Her curiosity rests. She gazes at the stars, but they blur slowly. Her eyes half close. Each moment grows longer. Each sound grows softer. Each breath grows deeper. The dream's first rest. Alice is still awake, but only just. The boat rocks gently. The river hums softly. The stars glow faintly. She feels safe. She feels calm. She feels ready for rest. Her body is heavy. Her mind is light. Her heart is full of quiet wonder. And slowly, as the boat drifts onward, Alice closes her eyes. She does not sleep completely. Not yet. But she drifts into the edge of dreaming, closing the first hour. And you, dear listener, you drift with her. The story slows. The words soften. The night deepens. You are safe. You are calm. You are resting. Just as Alice drifts on the river, so too do you drift in your bed, breathing slowly, dreaming softly, slipping deeper into sleep. And so ends the first hour of Alice's dream journey. The river's farewell. Alice drifts gently, quietly. In the small boat of moonlight, the water carries her without effort, without sound. Only the soft lap of waves against the boat's sides. Her eyes close, open, and close again. The line between waking and dreaming grows thin, so very thin. And then the boat slows. The current fades. The river bends softly to the shore. Alice feels the boat up the mossy bank. It rests there, waiting. She rises carefully. Her shoes touch the earth. Again the ground is soft, as though made of pillows and grass. She looks back. The boat drifts away, its glow fading into the mist. It has carried her exactly where she needs to be. Entering the deeper garden, Alice steps forward. The garden here is different, not brighter, not darker, but deeper, more alive. The flowers glow like tiny lanterns. Their colors shift slowly, from silver to blue, from gold to white. The air hums softly, not from bees, not from wind, but from the garden itself. The sound is steady, low, peaceful, like the breath of the earth. Alice pauses. She listens. The sound calms her heartbeat. It slows her thoughts. It feels like a lullaby meant just for her. Paths of light. The mossy ground splits into winding paths. Each path glows faintly, as though lined with stars. Alice hesitates. Which way should she go? She looks left, a path of blue light. She looks right, a path of golden light. She looks straight ahead, a path of silver. The air whispers, not in words, but in feeling. And Alice understands. She follows the silver path. Her steps are light. Her pace is slow. Her dress sways softly with each gentle step. Whispering trees the path carries. Her into a grove of tall trees. Their trunks shine faintly. Their bark smooth as glass, high above. Their branches spread wide, covered in leaves that shimmer like crystal. As Alice walks, the trees whisper, not loudly, not clearly, but like voices half asleep. She tilts her head. She hears one tree murmur, then another and another. It is not conversation. It is not words. It is the sound of rest, the sound of old, dreaming guardians. Alice runs her fingers across a trunk. The bark is cool, but alive. It hums softly beneath her hand. The glow of petals beyond the trees. Flowers rise tall, taller than Alice herself. Their petals open slowly, as if waking to greet her. One flower is pale blue. Its center glows faintly. Alice steps close, and it leans toward her. Another is golden, with petals like silk. It hums low, a tone that vibrates softly in Alice's chest. And another, still a white flower. Its petals wide as a plate. It bends gracefully, bowing toward Alicia's, though offering welcome. Alice smiles. She feels the warmth of the blossoms around her. She feels at home. A gentle fountain, the path opens so. A small clearing dot at its center, a fountain. Not a grand fountain, not loud, but a small, quiet fountain, with water that falls like threads of silver. Alice steps closer. She kneels beside it. She dips her hand in the pool. The water is cool, refreshing. It ripples outward slowly. The sound is soft, like rain on leaves. She cups the water, lets it trickle through her fingers. The droplets sparkle, then vanish before they touch the ground. Rest along the way. Alice sits by the fountain. The moss is soft beneath her. The flowers hum gently around her. The trees whisper above. She leans back, her eyes half closing. Her breathing slows. Her body relaxes. The garden feels endless. The fountain's song is steady. The hum of blossoms continues. The night is deep and calm. Alice does not sleep, not yet, but she rests. She allows herself to rest, and the garden rests with her. Moving on, after a time, Alice rises again. The fountain still flows. The blossoms still glow. The trees still whisper, but she feels the path calling her onward. Her steps are slower now. Her body feels heavier, not with worry, not with fear, but with peace, with drowsiness. She follows the silver path once more. It curves gently, leading her deeper, ever deeper, into the dreaming garden. The forest of gentle Alice walks further along the silver path. The air grows softer. The ground beneath her feet is covered in velvet moss. It cushions every step, so that her footsteps make no sound at all. The trees grow closer now, their branches stretch overhead, woven together like a roof of light dot between the leaves. Alice sees eyes, not frightening eyes, not sharp, but soft, round eyes, watching her quietly. She slows, she breathes deeply, and from the shadows, gentle creatures step forward. The owl of midnight, the first to appear as an owl. Its feathers are silver gray, and its eyes shine golden. It perches on a low branch, its head tilted. Kindly, child of wonder, the owl murmurs. Its voice is deep, slow, measured. Do not fear the night. The night is a blanket. The stars are threads, and you are safe beneath them. Alice nods softly. The owl's voice is like music. Each word lingers in the air, settling gently into her heart. The owl blinks once, twice, then tucks its head beneath its wing. Already half asleep again, the deer of quiet steps from the trees. A deer steps out. Its coat glimmers faintly, as though dusted with starlight. Its eyes are wide, gentle, calm. It lowers its head to Alice, not to frighten, not to test, but to greet, little traveler. The deer whispers. Its voice is higher, lighter, like a breath of wind. The garden carries you. The river has given you to us. There is no need to hurry. There is no need to chase. Rest is the journey, and the journey is rest. Alice reaches out. Her hand brushes the deer's neck. The fur is soft, like warm grass beneath the sun. The deer exhales. The sound is long, gentle, like a sigh of peace. Then it steps back, melting once more into the trees. The hair of dreams from a thicket of flowers. A hare appears. Not the white rabbit, not the hurried creatures had chased before. This hare is different. Its fur is pale cream, its ears long, its eyes calm, half closed, as though always on the edge of sleep. The hare sits beside Alice. It says nothing for a while, only breathes, slowly, steadily. Then, finally in a whisper it speaks. Close your eyes, child. Close them, and the world will not leave you. The world will wait. It always waits. Sleep is not absence, it is return. Alice listens. Her eyelids grow heavy. The hare's words wrap around her like a soft blanket, and before she can reply, the hare curls into the grass and falls into dreams of its own. Alice's heart grows calm. Alice stands quietly. The owl has tucked its head. The deer has slipped away. The hare has fallen asleep. The forest hums softly, the air heavy with rest. Alice feels her own heartbeats, lowing her own breathing deepening. She leans against a tree. Its bark hums with life. It supports her gently. For a moment, she wonders if she too should close her eyes. But the silver path still glows. Faintly ahead, it calls her forward. Softly, kindly she gathers herself. She takes one more deep breath, and she steps onward. The meadow of silent wings, the trees part again. Alice steps into a wide meadow. The grass is tall. It glows faintly. Each blade sways. There is no wind above the meadow. Wings shimmer. Not birds, not bats, but butterflies. Hundreds, thousands of butterflies. Their wings glowing soft lie in every shade of silver and gold. They do not flutter quickly. They do not rush. They drift, slowly, as though the air itself is thick with dreams. Alice lifts her hand. One butterfly drifts down, lands on her finger. Its wings open, close, open, close, like the rhythm of breathing. Alice matches her breath to it. Inhale, exhale, slow, peaceful, endless, a promise of rest. As Alice walks through the meadow, the butterflies part around her. They do not fear her. They welcome her. They guide her steps. She feels as though each wing beat is a promise that she is safe, a promise that she may rest, a promise that even in dreams, she will never be alone. The meadow stretches wide, but Alice does not feel lost. The butterflies lead her. The silver path glows faintly, and her heart is light. Closing. Part 2. At the far end of the meadow, Alice sees the glow of water. A lake, perhaps. A waterfall, maybe. It waits for hers to be on the tall grass. But for now, she slows. She pauses. She listens. The butterflies drift. The deer's whisper lingers. The owl's deep voice echoes faintly. The hare's sleepy words still warm her mind. Alice breathes. She rests. She walks onward, softly, toward the next dream. The first sound of water. Alice steps out of the meadow. The last butterfly drifts away, its glowing wings fading into the night. Ahead, she hears the sound of water. Not loud, not rushing, but soft. A whisper like a lullaby, sung by the earth itself. Each step she takes, the sound grows clearer. Drops falling, streams trickling, a hush, a rhythm, a song of peace. The curtain of silver, the silver path leads her between two tall stones, and there before her is a waterfall, not fast, not thunderous, but delicate, like a curtain of liquid light. The water spills gently from a ledge, above falling into a pool, so still it mirrors the stars above. Alice steps closer. She feels the cool mist in her cheeks. On her hands, the sound of the water wraps around her. Steady, endless, soothing. Sitting by the pool, Alice kneels by the edge. The moss here is soft, the air filled with a faint silver glow. She dips her hand into the pool. The water is cool, but not cold. It flows around her fingers like silk. She lets it slip away, watching the ripples spread. They move outward slowly, disturbing the mirrored stars. Then, they fade, leaving the surface calm again. The calm returns. Always, the voice of the water. Alice closes her eyes. She listens. The waterfall speaks, not in words. She can repeat, but in rhythm, in tone, in comfort. It says, "Be still, be gentle, be here." Each drop that falls is like a heartbeat. Each replay breath. The water is alive, not rushing, not seeking, only flowing, only resting in its endless movement. Reflections in the pool. Alice leans over the water. Her face appears in the mirror, but it is not just her face. She sees the owl's golden eyes. She sees the deer's gentle breath. She sees the hare curled in sleep. She sees the butterflies drifting on silver wings. The pool shows her everything she has met, all resting, all dreaming, all safe. She smiles softly. She feels herself a part of this dream, not separate, not chasing, but belonging. A stone seat beside the waterfall. Alice finds a stone, flat, smooth, waiting. She sits, her legs fold beneath her. Her hands rest in her lap. The stone is cool, but steady. It grounds her. It holds her. She breathes deeply. In, out. The waterfall breathes with her. The pool breathes with her. The whole garden breathes with her. The whole garden breathes with her. The gentle fish from beneath the surface. A shimmer stirs. Small fish, their scales like silver sparks, glide through the pool. They move slowly, gracefully. Each one leaving trails of light fade softly behind them. Alice watches. Entranced, the fish do not hurry. They do not scatter. They drift together, like thoughts moving through a dream. A bridge of mist across the pool. The silver path continues, but now it is not stone, not moss, not earth. It is mist, a thin, glowing bridge woven from the spray off the waterfall. Alice rises. She steps toward it. Her foot touches the mist. It holds her, soft but strong. She takes another step, then another. The pool lies beneath her. The stars shimmer above her. The waterfall sings behind her. Each step is weightless. Each step is peace. At the center of the bridge, halfway across, Alice stops. She looks down. The pool is a mirror. She sees herself not small, not lost, but glowing. Calm. Whole. She closes her eyes. The mist rises around her, cool and soft. It brushes her cheeks. It fills her lungs with quiet. For a moment, she feels herself floating. No weight, no need, only rest. Toward the far shore, Alice opens her eyes. The far shore glows faintly. The silver path awaits her. She steps forward again. The mist shifts beneath her feet, but never falters. It carries her gently, like the river once did that at last. She reaches the far side. The moss welcomes her back. The path glows once more. Alice turns. She looks back at the waterfall, the pool, the bridge of mist. She whispers a thank you, and the waterfall answers not in words, but in sound. A song, a sigh, a promise. Closing part 3. Alice continues along the path. Behind her, the waterfall sings. Before her, the garden glows. The journey does not rush. It does not demand. It simply carries her, step by step, deeper into rest, deeper into dream, deeper into sleep. The silver bridge behind Alice walks slowly, leaving the waterfall behind. Its song still follows her, soft in the distance. Like a lullaby carried on the wind, she feels lighter now, as if the mist itself had taken part of her weight away. The silver path glimmers faintly, guiding her deeper, always deeper, into stillness. The grove of lantern trees soon. The trees return, but these are not like before. Their trunks are pale and smooth. Their branches stretch upward, holding glowing lanterns not made by hands, but grown like fruit. Each lantern glows with a golden flame, not burning, not hot, but warm, comforting, alive. Alice walks beneath them. The light falls gently on her hair, her shoulders, her face. It feels like being wrapped in a mother's arms. She pauses, she closes her eyes. The lanterns hum softly, and for a moment, she forgets everything in this peace. The bridge of wood and star at the far side of the grove. Alice finds a bridge. This time, it is made of wood, old, but steady. Its planks smooth, its railings carved with shapes of stars. Beneath the bridge, a wide stream flows. Its surface glows faintly, like moonlight scattered in water. The current is slow, calm, endless. Alice places her foot on the bridge. It creaks softly, not warning her, but greeting her, welcoming her. The rhythm of steps. Alice begins to walk. Each step is slow, each step steady. The planks beneath her feet seem to echo, not sharply, not loudly, but gently, like a heartbeat matching her own. Step. Step. The sound is almost music. Almost a lullaby. She breathes with it. Her body sways with it. Her eyes grow heavier. The midpoint of rest halfway across the bridge. Alice stops. The stream flows beneath her. The stars shimmer above her. The lantern trees glow behind her. The silver path gleams ahead. She feels suspended between earth and sky, between waking and dreaming, between journey and rest. She places her hands in the wooden rail. It is smooth, warm, alive. She leans against it, closing her eyes. The stream whispers below. The stars hum above. The bridge itself seems to breathe with her. For a long time, she stays like this, resting, floating, safe. The soft crossing at last. Alice opens her eyes. She does not rush. She does not hurry. But she moves again, step by step. Across the bridge, each step feels lighter, each breath deeper. The far side glows brighter. A meadow waits, a resting place, a dream within a dream. She reaches the end. The bridge sighs softly, as if blessing her journey. The meadow of stillness. Alice steps into a meadow. The grass is low, soft as velvet. The air is cool, but kind. Above, the stars have gathered closer. They shine larger, brighter, but never harsh. They seem to lean down, watching over her. At the meadow's center is a circle of stones, flat, smooth, shaped by time. Alice walks toward them. She sits upon one, and the stone, cool and steady, becomes her throne of rest. The whisper of the skyless tilts her head back. She gazes at the stars. and for the first time, she hears them, not in words, not in voices, but in vibrations, in music, in silence that sings. The stars tell her, "You are safe, you are small, but not lost. You are part of us, and we are part of you." Alice smiles faintly. Her eyes grow heavy. The stars blur softly, like candle flames bend a veil. The drift into dream Alice lies back on the grass. The meadow holds her. The earth supports her. The sky watches. Her breaths grow longer. Her heart beats slower. The journey continues. But she need not walk now. The dream will carry her. The night will hold her. The stars will guide. Her eyes close. Her thoughts scatter like butterflies, and she drifts not away, but deeper into dream, deeper into rest, deeper into sleep. Closing. Our Tootha, silver path glimmers still, waiting for her. The journey is not over, but for now, the meadow, the stars, the earth, and the sky sing together. Rest, sleep, dream, and Alice obeys. Her breathing softens, her body melts into the ground. Her spirit floats with the stars. The night holds her. The dream holds her. The story holds her. And all is peace. The forest of whispers. Alice steps away from the meadow. Behind her, the stars hum softly. Before her, a new path glows narrow, winding, leading into a forest. But this forest is not dark, not heavy, not frightening. Instead, it breathes with light. Each tree glows faintly, its bark silver, its leaves shimmering like glass in moonlight. The air is filled with whispers, not words, not voices, but the gentle rustle of leaves shifting, branches swaying, roots stretching slowly. As if in dreams, Alice steps forward. The forest accepts her. It sighs, it breathes, it waits. The dance of shadows. The path is lined with lantern-moss. It glows with soft green light, painting Alice's feet with patterns of moving shadow. Each step she takes, the shadows shift like dancers bowing, like waves curling, like thoughts drifting. Alice pauses. She watches the shadows. They move without hurry. They move without need. They simply flow. And in their flow, she feels her mind drifting too. Her thoughts scatter, her worries fade, her breath deepens. The owls return from high branches. She hears the sound, the slow, steady hoot of owls. Golden eyes gleam in the dark, but these are not eyes of fear. They are eyes of watchfulness, of care. One owl swoops low, its wings spread wide, silent as mist. It circles Alice once, then settles on a branch ahead. It tilts its head. Its eyes meet hers. Alice smiles softly. The owl blinks slowly, as if returning the smile. Then it closes its eyes, folds its wings, and sleeps. Its presence lingers. A reminder, she is never alone. Pools of silver, the path opens stow, a clearing. Here, the forest floor dips, and shallow pools shimmer. The water is so still, mirrors the sky above, stars below. Alice walks between them, as if floating in a world made only of starlight. Her footsteps ripple the pools. The stars quiver, then settle, always settling, always returning to calm. Alice kneels by one pool. She touches the water. It is cool, gentle, weightless. The reflection ripples her own face, blurring, then fading, until only the stars remain. The deepening silence. The farther Alice walks, the quieter the forest grows. Not empty, not hollow, but full of a silency thud, hums, like a lullaby. Every sound becomes slower, her own breath, her own steps, her own thoughts. Even the whispers of the leaves fade into stillness. The silence is not absence, it is presence, it is rest. Closing part 1. At last, Alice reaches the heart of the forest. A single tree stands here, tall, endless. Its branches stretch far into the stars. The bark glows faintly. Its trunk hums with life. Alice steps close. She rests her palm against the tree, and the tree speaks not. in words, not in sound, but in rhythm. A heartbeat. Slow, steady, strong. Alice closes her eyes. She lets the rhythm sink into her chest, her breath, her body. The tree whispers, "Rest," and Alice rests. The forest ends. Alice slowly leaves the great tree behind. Its heartbeat still hums in her chest, slow and steady, a rhythm of calm. The path narrows again. The glow of lantern moss fades. The sound of leaves drifts away. Ahead, a soft silver haze appears, spreading, wider, thicker, as though the air itself has turned to dream. Alice walks forward, and the forest gives way. The shore of mist. She stands at the edge of a vast shore, but there is no water, no waves, only a sea of mist. The ground beneath her feet ends. The horizon stretches endless and white, soft and shimmering, like a blanket spread across the world. The mist is not cold, it is gentle. It sways like a tide. It breathes like a sleeper. Alice looks down. The mist curls around her shoes, warm and cool at once, like a memory of rain. The floating islands. As she gazes across the mist, shapes begin to form, islands, dark against the pale sea. Each one floats, slowly drifting, but steady, never sinking. Some are small, just enough for a tree. Some are wide, covered in grass. Others hold strange shapes, arches of stone, pillars of crystal, spirals of light. They drift without sound, like thoughts moving in a dream. Alice feels drawn forward. The bridge of cloud. A path appears, woven of cloud itself. It forms beneath her feet, step by step, as if waiting only for her. Alice takes her first step. The cloud is soft, yet firm, not wet, not heavy, but light, supportive. Her weight rests gently, as though she floats with every stride. The bridge winds outward, carrying her into the sea of mist. The island of grass. The first island awaits her. It is small, covered in grass that glows faintly green. She kneels, touches the blades. They hum softly, like strings of a harp. The sound drifts into her, filling her chest, her mind, her heart. Every note tells her, "You are safe, you are held, you may rest." Alice lies down on the grass. The hum becomes softer, softer, until it feels like her own breath, singing. She almost falls asleep, but the mist calls her onward. The island of crystals. The bridge of cloud rises again, carrying her farther. The next island glitters. Crystals sprout from the ground, tall and clear, catching the faint starlight. Alice steps among them. Each crystal sinks when touched by the mist. A low, gentle chime. Like bells in the distance. Alice runs her hand along one crystal. It answers with a single tone, deep and slow. The sound vibrates in her chest, slowing her breath, slowing her thoughts. She closes her eyes. The tones surround her. Each crystal sings in turn. Together, they weave a song of stillness. The island of memory again. The bridge forms. Again Alice crosses. This island feels different. Here, the air carries warmth, like a gentle embrace. At its center, Alice sees something strange. A wooden chair. Simple, familiar. She remembers her sister, reading by the riverbank. The memory rises softly, not sharp, not painful, but gentle. She remembers boredom. She remembers curiosity. She remembers the rabbit's watch, its hurried steps. The memory fades, like mist dissolving in sun, but the warmth remains. Alice understands. This island holds what was, but gently, kindly, without weight. The endless sea. At last, Alice stands again at the edge. The bridge stretches farther, disappearing into haze. Islands drift endlessly, like stars in a white sky. The mist breathes around her. In, out, in, out, in, It matches her own breath. It carries her forward. Alice steps again. One foot. Then the other. Slow. Steady. Floating. Closing part. Tootha. Mist thickens. The islands fade. The bridge narrows. Alice feels no fear. She feels lighter than ever, as though her body has tornado mist itself. Her steps are slower now, her eyes heavier. The mist whispers, "Drift, drift, drift," and Alice obeys. Her breath deepens, her thoughts dissolve. Her body flows like cloud, like tide, like dream. The mist fades. Alice drifts forward, her steps lighter, her breath slower. The sea of mist thins, the haze breaks, and before her rises a vast night sky. It stretches forever, deep and endless, sprinkled with 1,000 stars. The mist below glows faintly, reflecting the stars above, so that Alice stands between two skies. The bridge appears from the starlight itself. A bridge forms. It begins as a shimmer, then a line of silver, then a wide span, woven of crystal and light. It arches high, stretching from one horizon to the other. Alice steps closer. The bridge hums softly. Each crystal strand glows faintly. Each beam of light pulses like a heartbeat. The first step, she places her foot upon the bridge. A sound rises, clear, gentle, like a bell struck in the distance. She takes another step, another chime, higher, brighter. Each step sings, each note lingers, weaving together into a melody of stars. Alice smiles softly. Her journey becomes music. Her breath becomes rhythm. Her footsteps become song. The sky above, she looks upward. The stars are close now, closer than ever. They shimmer, they twinkle, but not hurriedly. They pulse, slow and steady, as though breathing with her. Some stars drift lower, hovering just above the bridge. They float beside Alice, guiding her, watching her, glowing gently. One star drifts close to her hand. She reaches out. It rests against her palm. It is warm, soft, alive. The star hums faintly, like a lullaby. Then it floats upward, returning to the sky. The echo of steps. Alice continues walking. The bridge hums beneath her. Each step chimes. Each chime echoes, drifting into the night. The echoes do not fade. They linger like ripples on water. They layer upon one another, becoming harmony. Soon, the bridge sings with her. Every step a note, every pause a silence, every silence a rest. The song is endless. The song is calm. The crystal arches farther along. The bridge rises higher. Great arches of crystal span overhead, catching the starlight, scattering it into rainbows. Each arch hums as Alice passes. Deep tones, slow, resonant. The sound joins the song of her steps. Together, they weave a music of light. Alice tilts her head back. The arches tower above her, endless, shimmering dot. She feels small. She feels safe. She feels held. The stillness of the height, the highest point. Alice pauses. She looks down. The mist is far below, a soft ocean of silver. She looks up. The stars are nearer still. Their glow warm, their light steady. The bridge beneath her glows brighter, as though it too breathes. Here, at the height of the bridge, all is still, all is quiet, all is calm. The river of stars ahead. The bridge narrows into a stream of light. Stars drift downward, settling upon the path, flowing like a river. Alice steps into them. The stars part softly, curling around her feet, spilling forward as she walks. The sound changes. Her steps no longer chime, they whisper, soft, like sand. The river carries her, slowly, steadily, ever forward. The descent. The bridge begins to slope. Downward, gently, easily. As if guiding her toward rest, the stars drift upward again, returning to the sky. The crystal fades. The arches vanish. Only the soft hum remains. The hum of the bridge. The hum of her breath. The hum of her heart. Alice feels her eyelids heavy, her body lighter, her thoughts quieter. The descent is slow, peaceful, like sinking into sleep. Closing part 3. At last, the bridge ends. Alice steps onto a quiet shore. The stars remain above, but the crystal is gone. The song is faded. Only silence greets her, a silence full of calm. Alice looks back once. The bridge of stars glows faintly. Its arches fade into mist. Its song lingers in memory. Then she turns. The silent shoreless steps off the bridge of stars. Her feet touch soft ground again. It feels warm, gentle, almost like velvet. The silence here is vast, but it is not empty. It is full of stillness, full of breath, full of quiet presence. The air shimmers faintly, as though woven of unseen threads. The circle of paths before Alice, the land opens wide. She sees many paths, some paved with crystal, some formed of moss, some glowing faintly with starlight, others made only of shadow. They all curve inward, meeting at the center, where a great light glows. The light does not dazzle, it warms, it soothes, it calls. Alice steps forward, slowly, softly, softly. Each step feels lighter, as though her body is no longer bound by weight. The whispering air, the air itself, begins to whisper. Not words, but tones. Low, deep, flowing. It sounds like breath. It sounds like thought. It sounds like dream. Each whisper folds into another layer. After layer, 1,000 quiet voices, all saying the same thing. Rest, 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 rest. Alice listens. Her heartbeat slows. Her shoulders ease. Her mind drifts. The pillars of light around the circle rise, tall pillars. They are not stone. They are not wood. They are made of pure light. Each pillar pulses gently. Each glow rises and falls, like the rhythm of sleep. When Alice passes near one, it hums softly. The sound vibrates through her chest. It quiets her thoughts. It stills her breath. Pillar after pillar greets her. Each one carries her deeper. Each one lowers her into calm. The pool of reflection at the very center. Alice finds a pool. It is not water. It is dream. Smooth, still. Silver. Silver. She kneels beside it. The surface shines, but not with her reflection. Instead, she sees moments. The rabbit rushing past. The long fall down the hole. The cupboards and books. The tree, with its heartbeat. The sea of mist. The bridge of stars. All of them appear, one by one, shimmering softly. The pool shows her the journey, but gently, like memories held in sleep. The heartbeat of the dream, the light grows brighter, not blinding, not sharp, but steady, like a great heart. The ground hums beneath. Alice dots slow, deep, reassuring. She places her hand upon the earth. The hum answers. It beats with her own pulse. For a moment, there is no difference. Her heart, the dream's heart, are one. Alice feels herself dissolve, not lost, not gone, but merged, carried, held. The resting place, shape forms beside the pool. A chair, a bed, a nest. It shifts as Alice looks. It becomes what she most needs. She steps toward it. She sits. She lies down. The air folds around her. The whispers hush. The pillars dim. The pool stills. Alice closes her eyes. The dream holds her. The light warms her. The heartbeat cradles her. The deepening time drifts away. Minutes, hours, days, none of it matters. Only rest, only breath, only calm. Alice's thoughts grow faint. Her body grows lighter. Her breath grows slower. The dream deepens. It carries her farther. It carries her inward. It carries her home. Closing part 4. Alice sleeps within the dream. Not lost, not afraid, but safe. The paths circle quietly. The pool shines softly. The pillars hum faintly. The heartbeat continues. Slow, steady, forever. And in the stillness, the dream whispers once more. Rest, 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 rest. Alice drifts. Alice rests. Alice dreams. Awakening into dream, Alice stirs. But she does not wake. Her eyes open slowly. Not to the waking world, but to a deeper dream. The pool of silver is gone. The pillars of light have faded. The heartbeat is softer now, as though distant, yet always present. Before her stretches a garden, endless, boundless, a garden without time. The garden unfolds, the ground is soft moss, shimmering faintly, cool beneath her feet. Tall flowers rise, their petals luminous, their fragrance light. Some glow with golden light, others with silver. Some are blue as the sky, some red as dawn, others pale as moonlight. They do not sway in wind, there is no wind here. Instead, they breathe, rising and falling slowly, like living lanterns. The eternal pathless notices a path. It is not stone, not earth, but woven light. It stretches forward, it curves softly, like a ribbon laid across the moss. Alice steps onto it. The path warms under her feet. It does not lead quickly. It meanders, it drifts, it flows. Each step feels unhurried. Each step feels endless. Time here has no measure. The trees of memory on either side of the path. Tall trees rise, their trunks shimmer faintly. Their leaves glow, but not all are green. Some trees bear leaves of silver, others of gold, others of glass. Some leaves drift downward, but never fall. They hover, gently spinning, until they rise back upward. Alice pauses beneath one. The leaves whisper faintly, not words, but moments, memories. A voice recites a lullaby once sung. A laugh echoes from long ago. A hush of waves rolls in the distance. The tree remembers, and it shares. Alice listens, her eyes soft, her breath slow. She feels no need to speak, only to listen. The slow stream, the path leads her to a stream, but the water does not run, it drifts, it slides, it flows slower than thought. The surface shines like glass. When Alice kneels beside it, she sees not her face, but endless skies, dawns and dusks, woven together. She dips her hand into the water. The ripples move outward, but very slowly. So slowly they seem to last forever. The water hums faintly, low, deep, a sound that settles into her chest. The keeper of the stream, the other side, a figure waits. Not frightening, not strange, but calm, tall, shimmering. The figure holds a lantern. Inside it burns, no flame, only light, soft, gentle. The keeper bows slowly. Its voice comes like wind through leaves. You walk where time does not flow. Here, you are safe. Here, you are endless. Alice nods softly. She asks nothing. She feels no need. The keeper gestures to the stream. A bridge forms, woven of petals, woven of light. Alice steps upon it. It carries her gently. Each petal hums, each hum slowing her deeper into calm. The garden expands on the far side. The garden opens wider. Fields of flowers stretch endlessly. Their glow rises like stars from the earth. Some float upward, drifting into the sky. Alice walks through them. The flowers part softly. They leave trails of light behind her, like starlight sewn into air. Everywhere she looks, there is only stillness, only calm, only beauty that waits, without hurry, without end. The slowing of thought as Alice moves forward. Her thoughts grow quieter. She forgets the rabbit. She forgets the fall. She forgets the cupboards, the jars, the bridge of stars. Not lost, not gone, simply hushed, like books closed for the night, like candles dimmed before sleep. Her mind drifts, her body drifts, her breath drifts. She belongs to the garden now, the garden without time. Closing part 1. Alice pauses at a clearing. Here the moss is softer, here the air is lighter, here the flowers glow brighter. She lies down among them. The petals fold gently around her. The stars above grow dim. The hum of the garden deepens. Alice closes her eyes, not in waking, not in sleep, but in dreaming beyond time. The journey continues. The dream carries her. The hour drifts on. Awakening into dream, Alice stirs, but she does not wake. Her eyes open slowly, not to the waking world, but to a deeper dream. The pool of silver is gone. The pillars of light have faded. The heartbeat is softer now, as though distant, yet always present. Before her stretches a garden, endless, boundless, a garden without time. The garden unfolds, the ground is soft moss, shimmering faintly, cool beneath her feet. Tall flowers rise, their petals luminous, their fragrance light. Some glow with golden light, others with silver. Some are blue as the sky, some red as dawn, others pale as moonlight. They do not sway in wind, there is no wind here. Instead they breathe, rising and falling slowly, like living lanterns. The eternal pathless notices a path. It is not stone, not earth, but woven light. It stretches forward, it curves softly, like a ribbon laid across the moss. Alice steps onto it. The path warms under her feet. It does not lead quickly. It meanders, it drifts, it flows. Each step feels unhurried. Each step feels endless. Time here has no measure. Deep trees of memory on either side of the path. Tall trees rise, their trunks shimmer faintly. Their leaves glow, but not all are green. Some trees bear leaves of silver, others of gold, others of glass. Some leaves drift downward, but never fall. They hover, gently spinning, until they rise back upward. Alice pauses beneath one. The leaves whisper faintly, not words, but moments, memories. A voice recites a lullaby once sung. A laugh echoes from long ago. A hush of waves rolls in the distance. The tree remembers, and it shares. Alice listens, her eyes soft, her breath slow. She feels no need to speak, only to listen. The slow stream. The path leads her to a stream, but the water does not run. It drifts, it slides, it flows slower than thought. The surface shines like glass. When Alice kneels beside it, she sees not her face, but endless skies, dawns and dusks, woven together. She dips her hand into the water. The ripples move outward, but very slowly. So slowly thought, they seem to last forever. The water hums faintly, low, deep, a sound that settles into her chest. The keeper of the stream on the other side. A figure waits, not frightening, not strange, but calm, tall, shimmering. The figure holds a lantern. Inside it burns no flame, only light, soft, gentle. The keeper bows slowly. Its voice comes like wind through leaves. You walk where time does not flow. Here, you are safe. Here, you are endless. Alice nods softly. She asks nothing. She feels no need. The keeper gestures to the stream. A bridge forms, woven of petals, woven of light. Alice steps upon it. It carries her gently. Each petal hums, each hum slowing her deeper, deeper into calm. The garden expands on the far side. The garden opens wider. Fields of flowers stretch endlessly. Their glow rises like stars from the earth. Some float upward, drifting into the sky. Alice walks through them. The flowers part softly. They leave trails of light behind her, like starlight sewn into air. Everywhere she looks, there is only stillness, only calm, only beauty that waits, without hurry, without end. The slowing of thought as Alice moves forward. Her thoughts grow quieter. She forgets the rabbit. She forgets the fall. She forgets the cupboards, the jars. The bridge of stars. Not lost, not gone, simply hushed, like books closed for the night, like candles dimmed before sleep. Her mind drifts, her body drifts, her breath drifts. She belongs to the garden now, the garden without time. Closing part 1. Alice pauses at a clearing. Here the moss is softer, here the air is lighter, here the flowers glow brighter. She lies down among them. The petals fold gently around her. The stars above grow dim. The hum of the garden deepens. Alice closes her eyes, not in waking, not in sleep, But in dreaming beyond time, the journey continues. The dream carries her, the hour drifts on. The awakening of water. Alice rises once more. Her steps are slow, but steady. The path of woven light bends gently forward, leading her away from the circle of creatures. The owl's glow fades into branches. The deer's shimmer dissolves into the air. The tortoise rests by the pool, still, eternal. Ahead, a sound begins, soft at first. A hush, a whisper like distant rain, like breath. Across glass, Alice follows it. Her body relaxes with each step, as though the sound itself carries her forward. The river of light soon. She sees Ita River, broad and endless, flowing not with water, but with silver light. It curves slowly, like liquid stars, sliding gently through the dream garden. On its surface, tiny sparks drift, like fireflies, asleep upon the current. Alice kneels at its edge. The water hums softly, a tone that seems to echo inside her chest. When she touches it, the river ripples outward, but the ripples move slowly, as if time itself pauses for them. Each circle of light widens, widening endlessly, without hurry, without end. The waterfall appears. The path leads along the river's edge. The sound grows stronger now, not harsh, not rushing, but deep, soothing, endless. She reaches a place where the river falls, a waterfall, pouring from the sky into the earth. But it is not like any waterfall Alice has known. The water does not crash, it drifts, it slides downward, slow as starlight. Each drop glows faintly, each thread of falling water shines. It is as though the stars themselves are spilling into a quiet pool below. The air hums with its music, not sharp, not loud, but deep, steady, restful. The pool of stars. At the base of the waterfall lies a pool. Its surface mirrors the sky. It holds constellations within. The moon floats there, and countless stars beside it. Alice kneels again. When she looks into the pool, she sees herself, drifting among the stars. Her hair moves like clouds. Her eyes shine like moons. She touches the surface. The image ripples. The stars move. The reflection breathes. She feels herself part of the pool, part of the waterfall, part of the sky. The song of water from the waterfall. A voice begins. Not words, not language, but tone. Low, soothing. Unending. It is the voice of the water itself. It hums into Alice's bones. It slows her heart. It deepens her breath. The song is not to be understood. It is to be felt. It carries no message except calm. It asks nothing. It gives everything. Alice closes her eyes. She listens. She drifts. The bridge of mist above the pool. A mist forms. It drifts outward, shimmering, glowing. The mist gathers, weaving itself into a bridge of silver. The path calls Alice. Onward. She rises. She steps onto the mist. It holds her gently. Each step is soft. Each step is soundless. The waterfall's hum rises around her. The pool's glow follows below. The stars drift above. She is surrounded, not trapped, not bound, but cradled. The dream holds her. The water carries her. The drift into silence. Alice crosses slowly, so slowly. She forgets how many steps she has taken. The journey becomes timeless. The bridge becomes endless. Halfway across, she stops. The mist swirls around her. The waterfall hums louder, but still soft, always soft. She breathes deeply. Her chest rises, falls, rises, falls. Her eyelids lower. Her body loosens. Her mind drifts. The water whispers, "Rest, little dreamer." The stars answer, "Sleep, little dreamer." Alice closes her eyes. The bridge carries her the rest of the way. Closing part 3. When she steps onto the far side, she feels lighter, softer, quieter. Behind her, the waterfall continues, forever spilling stars. Before her, the garden opens again, glowing more faintly now. its colors dim, as though night itself grows deeper. Alice walks on, her body calm, her breath steady. The dream carries her still. Alice steps gently onto solid ground. Behind her, the waterfall still hums, its silver song endless. Before her, the path of woven light bends once more, but now it glows more faintly, as though it too grows tired. The air is cooler, softer, every sound has hushed, except the whisper of her own steps. The garden is dim now, colors fading to shades of silver and shadow, yet it feels safe, comforting like the closing of eyes at the end of day. The whispering meadow, the path opens into a meadow. Here the grass sways slowly, though there is no wind. Each blade glows faintly, like threads of moonlight. Together, they rise and fall, like breath, like sleep. Alice walks into the meadow. The ground is soft, the rhythm of the grass echoes, the rhythm of her own heart. As she moves, she hears whispers, not words, only the faint hush of voices that sound like lullabies. The meadow sings, not with sound, but with silence, and Alice, for the first time, feels completely at rest. The silent companions from the edges of the meadow, shapes, appear, not clear, not sharp. They are outlines of animals, dream forms made of mist and starlight. A fox, a rabbit, a bird, a cat. They do not speak, they do not move, they only watch, gentle and still. Their presence is soft, not heavy, not pressing. They are simply there, reminders that she is not alone. Alice smiles faintly, her body sways with her step, her breath deepens again. The companions fade, slowly, like lanterns going out one by one. The final bridge beyond the meadow, she sees at the last bridge. It arches, gracefully, woven not of mist this time, but of light itself. Soft threads of silver, braided together. Glowing faintly, the bridge does not cross water, it crosses shadow. On either side stretches a quiet depth, like endless night. Alice pauses. The air around her stills. The garden falls silent. Even the hum of stars seems to rest. The bridge waits patient, silent, inviting crossing. Into quiet Alice places one foot upon the bridge. The light holds her gently. It bends slightly, like fabric under soft weight, but it does not break. Each step is slower than the last. Her body is heavy now, but in the sweetest way, like a blanket, like a sigh as she walks. The air grows thicker with calm. Her thoughts grow slower. Her eyes flutter. Halfway across, she stops. She looks down. Beneath the bridge lies nothing and everything. A sea of shadow, deep, silent, endless. She feels herself sinking, not downward, but inward, into her own breath, into her own stillness. The other side that lasts. Her foot touches the far end. The bridge dissolves behind her, threads of silver floating upward, disappearing into stars. Ahead lies no more path, only a clearing, soft round, like a cradle. The ground is moss. The air is cool. Above her, branches close in, woven like a dome dot in the center. Glows one final flower, not bright, not sharp, but soft, like the last candle at night. Alice kneels beside it. Her body melts into the moss. Her head lowers. Her eyes close. The dreams embrace. The garden breathes around her. The meadow sways. The stars hum. The last flower glows. Alice drifts. Her breath slow. Her body heavy. Her mind quiet. She does not wonder. She does not chase. She only rests. The dream wraps her gently, not as a cage, not as a chain, but as a blanket, soft, endless, safe. Closing part 4. The hour fades. The path has ended. The garden has dimmed. Alice lies still, her breath steady, her heart calm. The white rabbit is far behind. The waterfall hums in memory. The companions rest in silence. All that remains is peace. And as the dream deepens, Alice drifts into a sleep that holds her more gently than she has ever known. The first steps into deeper night. Alice lies still for a moment longer, in the mossy cradle, where the last flower glows. The hush of the dream garden lingers around her, but after a while, she feels the path calling again, not a path of woven light, not a bridge of silver, but something softer. She rises slowly. Her legs feel heavy, like clouds that barely remember how to float. Her arms sway at her sides, light as drifting leaves in front of her. The moss itself parts, revealing a corridor of darkness, not frightening, not empty, but gentle, like the inside of closed eyes. She steps forward. The ground beneath her is velvet, soft as night. The air is warm, and her breath falls into rhythm with the silence. The corridor of shadows, the corridor stretches endlessly. Its walls are not walls, but curtains of shadow, folding and unfolding like fabric in a breeze. Now and then, a faint shimmer ripples across them like the memory of starlight, like forgotten dreams passing by. Alice walks without hurry. Her steps are weightless, as though the corridor itself carries her. Every few paces she feels herself sway, her head dipping, her eyes closing for moments at a time. The dream allows it. The corridor waits. Time drips slowly here, like honey, the hall of pillars at last. The corridor opens. Alice finds herself in a hall of towering pillars. They are not stone, not wood. They are made of silence. Each pillar hums softly, a low vibration that can only be felt, not heard. As she walks between them, Alice feels her heartbeat align with the rhythm. Slow, steady, deep, The hall is endless, but Alice does not tire. Every step only deepens her calm. Every pillar she passes seems to carry one thought away from her mind, until after many pillars, her thoughts are nearly gone. Only breath remains, only stillness. The curtain of mist at the far end of the hall. A curtain of mist hangs. It glows faintly, like moonlight woven into fabric. Alice approaches. The mist stirs gently, welcoming her. She reaches out her hand. The mist parts instantly, folding around her fingers like water, like sleep, without fear. She steps through. The mist closes behind her. The hall of pillars fades away. Only quiet remains. The chamber of endless rest. Beyond the curtain lies a chamber. Round, vast, boundless. The floor is covered in silver sand. Soft, cool, shifting gently under Alice's feet. Above, the ceiling is not stone, not sky, but an endless dome of stars. They drift slowly, as though time itself has grown. Sleepy. In the center of the chamber lies a pool, still silent. Its surface reflects the dome perfectly, as if Alice stands at the center of the universe. She kneels at its edge. Her reflection looks back, but it is not the same. Alice. This Alice looks already half asleep, her eyes half closed, her body melting into stillness. When she breathes, the reflection breathes. When she blinks slowly, the reflection blinks. The first drift. Alice leans forward. Her hand brushes the surface of the pool. Ripples spread outward, but they do not break the stars. They only make them sway, like lanterns rocking gently in the night. The sound of the ripples is almost nothing, just the faintest hush, but it echoes through the chamber, soft as a lullaby. Alice sits back. Her body feels heavier now. Her shoulders droop. Her eyelids dip. The chamber hums with silence. The stars pulse faintly. Overhead, the pool breathes with her. For the first time, Alice wonders if the dream is no longer leading her anywhere. Perhaps, she thinks, it is only holding her, cradling her, and this thought, like a blanket, settles across her heart. The fading of time minutes pass, or perhaps hours. Alice cannot tell. The chamber does not measure time. It only stretches it, pulls it gently, until each second feels like eternity. Her body loosens, her mind quiets, her breath slows. The stars dim, not gone, not fading, only softer, as though they, too, prepare to rest. Alice closes her eyes for a moment. When she opens them again, the chamber is still there. The pool still breathes. The stars still hum, and yet she feels as though she has already slept and woken and slept again. Closing of Part 1. Alice lies down beside the pool. The silver sand cushions her. The stars above sway gently. Her breath falls into rhythm with the chamber. There is no fear, no rush, no need to move. The dream holds her. The silence wraps her. Her body drifts, and though the path will continue, for now, she belongs only to this chamber, only to rest, only to quiet, only to sleep. The stirring of the pooless lies still beside the pool of stars. For a long while, nothing changes. The dome above remains quiet. The silver sand cradles her, but then a faint ripple spreads across the pool, not from her hand, not from her breath, from the dream itself. The ripple grows. The stars reflected in the water stretch, bend, sway like lanterns in a gentle tide. The pool begins to glow. Its surface shimmers like liquid moonlight, and Alice, half asleep, feels it calling. The descent begins without thought. Alice rises to her knees. Her reflection sways with her. Her eyes are heavy, yet her heart is calm. She leans forward once more, but this time, instead of touching the surface, she lets herself fall into it. The water closes around her silently. No splash, no sound, only stillness. It is not cold, not wet. It feels like sinking into soft fabric, like laying her head upon the thickest pillow. Her body drifts downward, her eyes close. Her breath deepens. The chamber fades away. The stars dissolve. The silver sand is gone. The sea of quiet dreams. When Alice opens her eyes again, she is floating. Beneath her stretches a vast sea. Not dark, not light. It glows faintly, as though lit from within by memories of stars. The waves rise and fall in endless rhythm. Slow, so slow. Each crest lifts gently. Each trough sighs softly. Alice floats upon the surface. The sea holds her tenderly, never letting her sink, never letting her wake. Above her, the sky is not black, but a deep, velvety blue. No stars shine here, only a dim glow, as if the sky itself sleeps. The cradle of waves, the sea rocks her, up. Down, up. Down, every motion slower than the last. Every sway deeper than the one before. The sound is endless, a hush, a sigh. A lullaby sung without voice. Alice lets her arms drift outward. The waves cradle her. The sea breathes with her. Her eyes close again. She does not open them this time. The lanterns of memory as she floats. Tiny lights begin to rise from beneath the water. At first, only one, then two, then 1,000. Lanterns, golden soft, glowing like dreams themselves. They drift upward through the water, passing her gently, like fireflies in a night meadow. Some hover beside her face. She sees shapes within them, fragments of forgotten moments. A flower from the garden, a rabbit's pink eyes, the glimmer of silver shells in the rabbit hole. Each lantern carries a memory, but none of them linger long. They rise past her, upward, out of sight. Alice smiles faintly, but even her smile drifts away, melting into rest. The deepening silence, the longer she floats, the quieter everything becomes. The waves hush, the lanterns dim, even her own thoughts slow, like a song fading into the distance. She no longer wonders where she is. She no longer asks, why? There is only here, there is only now, there is only rest. Her breathing grows, slower still. Her chest rises, falls, rises, falls. Each breath feels like an ocean tide. Endless, gentle, eternal. The edge of the sea after what feels like forever. Alice senses the waves shifting. The rocking slows even more, until the sea feels almost still. She drifts toward a distant shore. At first, it is only a shadow. then a faint glow, then a beach of silver. Sand. The waves carry her. They place her softly upon the shore, like hands, like a mother's arms. Alice does not rise immediately. She lies upon the sand, the sea breathing gently behind her, the air cool and still around her. She feels her body heavier than ever, every limb draped in velvet weight, every thought melting away. Closing of part 2 at last. She opens her eyes only halfway. Before her stretches a forest, not dark, not light. Its trees shimmer faintly, like silver carved from mist. The sea rests behind her. The forest waits before her. Alice breathes once more. Her eyes flutter closed again, and she drifts. The dream has not ended, but she has gone deeper, further, closer to the quiet, at the heart of everything. The stirring of the pool. Alice lies still beside the pool of stars. For a long while, nothing changes. The dome above remains quiet. The silver sand cradles her. But then a faint ripple spreads across the pool, not from her hand, not from her breath, from the dream itself. The ripple grows. The stars, reflected in the water, stretch, bend, sway like lanterns in a gentle tide. The pool begins to glow. Its surface shimmers like liquid moonlight, and Alice, half asleep, feels it calling. The descent begins without thought. Alice rises to her knees. Her reflection sways with her. Her eyes are heavy, yet her heart is calm. She leans forward once more, but this time, instead of touching the surface, she lets herself fall into it. The water closes around her silently. No splash, no sound, only stillness. It is not cold, not wet. It feels like sinking into soft fabric, like laying her head upon the thickest pillow. Her body drifts downward, her eyes close, her breath deepens. The chamber fades away, the stars dissolve, the silver sand is gone. The sea of quiet dreams. When Alice opens her eyes again, she is floating. Beneath her stretches a vast sea, not dark, not light. It glows faintly, as though lit from within by memories of stars. The waves rise and fall in endless rhythm, slow, so slow. Each crest lifts gently, each trough sighs softly. Alice floats upon the surface. The sea holds her tenderly, never letting her sink, never letting her wake. Above her, the sky is not black, but a deep, velvety blue. No stars shine here, only a dim glow, as if the sky itself sleeps. The cradle of waves. The sea rocks her, up. Down. Up. Down. Every motion slower than the last. Every sway deeper than the one before. The sound is endless. A sigh. A lullaby sung without voice. Alice lets her arms drift outward. The waves cradle her. The sea breathes with her. Her eyes close again. She does not open them this time. The lanterns of memory. As she floats, tiny lights begin to rise from beneath the water. At first, only one, then two, then 1,000. Lanterns golden. Soft. Glowing like dreams themselves. They drift upward through the water, passing her gently, like fireflies in a night meadow. Some hover beside her face. She sees shapes within them, fragments of forgotten moments. A flower from the garden, a rabbit's pink eyes, the glimmer of silver shelves in the rabbit hole. Each lantern carries a memory, but none of them linger long. They rise past her, upward, out of sight. Alice smiles faintly, but even her smile drifts away, melting into rest. The deepening silence. The longer she floats, the quieter everything becomes. The waves hush, the lanterns dim, even her own thoughts slow, like a song fading into the distance. She no longer wonders where she is. She no longer asks, why? There is only here, there is only now, there is only rest. Her breathing grows, slower still. Her chest rises, falls, rises, falls. Each breath feels like an ocean tide. Endless. Gentle. Eternal. The edge of the sea after what feels like forever. Alice senses the waves shifting, The rocking slows even more, until the sea feels almost still. She drifts toward a distant shore at first. It is only a shadow, then a faint glow, then a beach of silver sand. The waves carry her. They place her softly upon the shore, like hands, like a mother's arms. Alice does not rise immediately. She lies upon the sand, the sea breathing gently behind, or the air cool and still around her. She feels her body heavier than ever, every limb draped in velvet weight, every thought melting away. Closing of part 2 at last. She opens her eyes only halfway. Before her stretches a forest, not dark, not light. Its trees shimmer faintly, like silver carved from mist. The sea rests behind her. The forest waits before her. Alice breathes once more. Her eyes flutter closed again, and she drifts. The dream has not ended, but she has gone deeper, further, closer to the quiet at the heart of everything. The stirring of the pool. Alice lies still beside the pool of stars. For a long while, nothing changes. The dome above remains quiet. The silver sand cradles her. But then a faint ripple spreads across the pool, not from her hand, not from her breath, from the dream itself. The ripple grows. The stars reflected in the water stretch, bend, sway like lanterns in a gentle tide. The pool begins to glow. Its surface shimmers like liquid moonlight, and Alice, half asleep, feels it calling. The descent begins without thought. Alice rises to her knees. Her reflection sways with her. Her eyes are heavy, yet her heart is calm. She leans forward once more, but this time, instead of touching the surface, she lets herself fall into it. The water closes around her silently. No splash, no sound, only stillness. It is not cold, not wet. It feels like sinking into soft fabric, like laying her head upon the thickest pillow. Her body drifts downward, her eyes close. Her breath deepens. The chamber fades away. The stars dissolve. The silver sand is gone. The sea of quiet dreams. When Alice opens her eyes again, she is floating. Beneath her stretches a vast sea, not dark, not light. It glows faintly, as though lit from within by memories of stars. The waves rise and fall in endless rhythm, slow, so slow. Each crest lifts gently, each trough sighs softly. Alice floats upon the surface. The sea holds her tenderly, never letting her sink, never letting her wake. Above her, the sky is not black, but a deep, velvety blue. No stars shine here, only a dim glow, as if the sky itself sleeps. The cradle of waves, the sea rocks her, up, down, up, down. Every motion slower than the last. Every sway deeper than the one before. The sound is endless. A hush, a sigh. A lullaby sung without voice. Alice lets her arms drift outward. The waves cradle her. The sea breathes with her. Her eyes close again. She does not open them this time. The lanterns of memory. As she floats, tiny lights begin to rise from beneath the water. At first only one, then two, then 1,000. Lanterns, golden. Soft, glowing like dreams themselves. They drift upward through the water, passing her gently, like fireflies in a night meadow. Some hover beside her face. She sees shapes within them, fragments of forgotten moments. Flower from the garden, a rabbit's pink eyes, the glimmer of silver shelves in the rabbit hole. Each lantern carries a memory, but none of them linger long. They rise past her, upward, out of sight. Alice smiles faintly, but even her smile drifts away, melting into rest. The deepening silence. The longer she floats, the quieter everything becomes. The waves hush, the lanterns dim, even her own thoughts slow, like a song fading into the distance. She no longer wonders where she is. She no longer asks why. There is only here. There is only now. There is only rest. Her breathing grows, slower still. Her chest rises, falls, rises, falls, rises, falls. Each breath feels like an Ocean tide. Endless. Gentle. Eternal. The edge of the sea after what feels like forever. Alice senses the waves shifting. The rocking slows even more, until the sea feels almost still. She drifts toward a distant shore. At first, it is only a shadow, then a faint glow, then a beach of silver. Sand. The waves carry her. They place her softly upon the shore, like hands, like a mother's arms. Alice does not rise immediately. She lies upon the sand, the sea breathing gently behind her, the air cool and still around her. She feels her body heavier than ever, every limb draped in velvet weight, every thought melting away. Closing of part 2. At last, she opens her eyes only halfway. Before her stretches a forest, not dark, not light. Its trees shimmer faintly, like silver carved from mist. The sea rests behind her. The forest waits before her. Alice breathes once more. Her eyes flutter closed again, and she drifts. The dream has not ended, but she has gone. Deeper, further, closer to the quiet, at the heart of everything.